Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it, Morgan, for letting me chat. I apologize, I look a little rough. I coach children for a living, so they get the best of you sometimes. Okay, well, I just started Scentsy in June, so I'm really brand new, but I have absolutely fallen in love with the business. I originally joined because my sponsor, Amy Tatum, shout out, had me host a party of hers, and I loved the product so much, I decided to join so I could satisfy my own addiction, I guess you could say. And then right after that, I happened to have a car bar on my backpack, and one of the moms on one of my teams just was raving about how great it smelled. So I thought about it and decided to join and start a little business out of it. And ironically, that's how I sell most of my product, is I keep product on hand at all times, and athletes smell. They smell a lot. So moms are always looking for ways to get their kids to stink less. And I always rave about the product because I have a car bar that's been on my backpack. It's a coconut lemongrass one. And it smells so good 20 feet away from it. It's ridiculous. And parents are always asking me, what is this? What is this? Like, what are you doing? How do you get this to smell this way? And I have sold a lot by just keeping it on hand and going, hey, $6, you can put one on your kid's backpack. And that has been the way I've gotten most of my sales, actually. Family and friends are always good to go hit up really well. My mom has been my biggest supporter, as weird as that is. She shares everything on Facebook all of the time. But yeah, one of the things and the reasons why Scentsy was so awesome for me is, don't judge me for this, I don't really like people. I have a hard time talking to a lot of people all the time. I'm one of those people, I'm not on my phone, I don't text a lot of people. I look at things on social media, but I don't interact with other people. And joining Scentsy has kind of made me break out of that shell a little bit, because you have to reach out and talk to people, and it's made my day a little more fulfilling, if that makes any sense. The group we're a part of is absolutely fantastic. They are, without a doubt, everybody else is in the group's biggest supporters, and it's kind of like a little Scentsy family. It's great. Love you all. But so it's another one of those like breaking outside of your comfort zone things. And as a coach, I have coached at the Division I level, played softball my whole life, and comfort zones is a massive thing that people have a hard time dealing with. And my favorite saying, actually, I tell all of my pitching students this on a daily basis, is that a comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing will ever grow there. And so when I joined Scentsy, one of my things I struggled with was reaching out to people that I don't see on a daily basis to try to get a customer base or ask to be a consultant under me. And I have learned that just going for it is helping me be a better coach as well. As interesting as that has been to me, is I've been able to reach out to people I haven't spoken to in years and start talking about the product and how much I love it. And it's made me see coaching from a different perspective as well. And I've been able to take that little bit of breaking out of a comfort zone and speak better to my students or my athletes, or understand their comfort zones a little better as well. So Scentsy all around has been a little bit of a blessing in my life. And on top of that, I've made a little bit of money. Since joining in June, I got active, I think, in a week and a half or 2 weeks. And then shortly after that, I got certified, and it was a really awesome day. And then last month, I actually was able to promote to lead, which means I finally had a person under me that was selling and being active as well. And I think I'll hit it again this month, possibly. But it's really neat for me to see people like Paige, who just promoted to director a couple days ago, and see the opportunity that Scentsy has in the future. Because as much as I love softball and coaching children, I would really like to not have to give lessons my whole life, because it gets stressful to teach a 12-year-old how to pitch a softball when she doesn't want to learn. Her mom wants her to learn. So Scentsy is kind of what I perceive as my future way out of doing that. I want to be in softball, I want to coach a team, but in my future, I want to be a Scentsy boss, and I would really like to be like Paige and a director, or Morgan, who is doing fantastic with this business and grow it and have this be my income so I can do something I would like as my passion on the side of it as well. I think customer base. So the thing I'm working on right now, honestly, because as much as everybody does great, everybody always has things they can work on. I sell really well. I need to work on my recruiting process. And so I first attempted recruiting from this as a college coach perspective because I used to recruit student athletes to play under me. And it isn't the same. It's not the same at all. I used to recruit that way and try to figure out what made somebody tick. And I would look into why they were playing softball. Were they afraid to fail? Were they wanting to please a coach or a family member? Were they passionate? There's a lot of different reasons why people do things and what they're afraid of. And even with Scentsy, I firmly believe that fear drives everybody, every day, all the time. What are you afraid of? I personally am afraid of not making ends meet, and I'm afraid of failing. I'm very afraid of failure. I used to only do things I knew I was good at because I was so afraid of failure. And I have been very blessed to be good at a lot of things, for sure. But I wouldn't play basketball because I couldn't make a basket. I still, to this day, won't play pool unless I'm drunk because I can't shoot a pool cube. And that's another thing that Scentsy has made me realize is that you really do get out of Scentsy what you put into it. I have tried to sell Amway, Javita Coffee, like 5 or 6 other products and things out there, and I have failed every single time because I didn't love the product and I honestly didn't really work that hard at it. But when I joined up for Scentsy, I just decided that I was going to work the hardest I ever have in my life at this. And I really have. I even am currently getting my MBA through Colorado State University, and I work hard in that. I have to. But I put more time, energy, and passion into this business than I have anything else, and I genuinely think that's why I'm doing pretty decent. Granted, there are still things I know I could do better and that I could be putting a little bit more of myself into, and every single day I got to check those off and go through a list of what I can do better. And that is how I'm going to start recruiting people, is how can I recruit people better and how can I reach out to their needs instead of mine. And that's why, again, back to the Scentsy family. If you have ever thought of joining Scentsy or becoming a part of something like this really is the time. When I joined, it was $99, and I got a good kit, and it was really awesome. And I promise you that if I had to redo it again, knowing what I know now, I would spend $500 to join this amazing company because it's worth it. It breaks you out of your comfort zones. It gives you something to do with your life. It lets you meet people. You get to be a part of this amazing group, and I want to go to Bermuda, so let's throw that out there too. It's just a really, really amazing thing, and for $15 for the rest of the month of September, you cannot go wrong. Even if you just want a warmer in a bar, it's worth it to try it. And then it's worth it to push yourself through your comfort zones. Number 1 over here is the one who did that. And learn how to be a better you. I got to learn how to not sell Scentsy, but share it. And that has made sharing softball and what I do for a living even easier for me. So I have absolutely no idea how long I've talked, but I have not eaten since like noon. So if anybody anywhere out there has questions or are nervous, please shoot me a message, anything. I am more than willing to help absolutely anybody. Anybody in the business really is, actually. But I love talking about Scentsy, and I love everything it's done for me, and I firmly believe it can do everything it's done for you as well. So, with that being said, thank you, Lizzie. That it really does, though. Scentsy helps you be a better you in a lot of ways, and I appreciate it, and everybody like Lizzie in the business. So thank you guys so much. Again, if you have any questions, let me know. I have no idea how to start. Nope, there's my computer. That's how we failed. I tried to go live on my computer earlier, and I couldn't do it, so I need new technology. All right, thank you again. I'm going to go eat. You guys have a good night.